Hey guys, what's shaking? Just want to say hello and do a quick video because that's actually good. Because we have Mars, Venus, and Saturn going into alignment today, and it's definitely gonna lend to the energy. So I wanted to do like just a quick divine, collective reading. Hold on. Okay, that's better. A quick collective reading for you guys and just see what we get. Energy is always shifting, growing, changing. I don't know. Just felt up to it. Sorry if I look messy. I've been kind of working outside all day, cleaning up and working in the garden and stuff. So, little messy, little messy. That's okay. I don't mind. Okay. So, let's get started. What do I need? I think I want to light some sage. Right? Cleanse the space. Just a little piece. Hope you guys are doing well. So I've just been getting a lot of information regarding what's shifting, mainly us, and so these energies are going to affect us. But in a positive way. So I don't want you to feel like it's not going to be a negative read. Okay. I know the divine masculine read was pretty rough for some people. I got a lot of, not backlash, but a lot of comments, maybe not on the actual page, but just people texting me. Sorry. I don't know. Don't blame me, man. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just telling you what I'm getting. But I mean, some of it here for you guys. For me. Some of you guys hopefully got something out of it and will just do what you need to do from there. Okay. I love sage. Right. I didn't get my stuff. I'm sorry. Oh, let's see. Dink. Okay. I'm so glad it's Friday. I'm sure you guys are too. Okay. I should have been prepared. I'm sorry. Again, saying I'm sorry like for the 12th time. Usually I'm more prepared, But I kind of just wanted to do this on the fly. Okay, Spirit, for the collective. Mars, Venus, and Saturn coming into alignment. What does that mean for my collective spirit? What is it that they need to know? How will these energies affect them going forward? Right away, they're saying till the end of the month, these energies will be in play and kind of dissipate towards the end of the month, okay? All right. So Mars, obviously we know the planet Mars is a fire energy. It's goes with the element fire. It's energy, it's action, it's courage, it's strength, all of these things. And so it is going to ignite those characteristics in you guys as well. And if you guys hear my son playing, he's playing. It's Friday, so he's out there playing. All of these elements are coming into play only because it's time. It's time for you guys to take action. If you haven't done so already, if there's plans that you are starting to cultivate, if there's things that you're trying to manifest, if there's things you kind of been sitting on and putting some effort in, but not like a full-blown effort, then Spirit's saying, it's just time. It's, what are you doing? Let's go. So this energy is going to help move that along. It's going to give you the courage and the strength to see it through. I also feel like a lot of you are going to, what's the word that I'm looking for? Hold on. I feel like a lot of you are going to confront injustices that have been happening in your life. Or if an injustice happens, you're going to immediately confront it, tackle it, say your piece, say what you need to say. You're not going to sit in the energy of trying to think about what to say. You're going to react. And that is Mars energy. And normally I would say that's not the best way to be, you know, to immediately react or have a reaction of what someone says. But some, you know, people get away with a lot of bullshit. And people say a lot of stupid things. And because we're so polite, or because we don't want confrontation, or because we don't want to be seen as a psycho if we do confront, we hold back. I don't think any of you are going to be holding back. So, you know, it's okay to feel anger as long as it's justified. It can't just be because you're in a bad mood. You know what I mean? So I'm getting where it's like this justified anger, or finally taking action and having the courage to speak your mind, to say the thing, the uncomfortable thing, to say how you feel about something, to let it be known that you're not going to put up with disrespect. You're not going to put up with, I mean, I had a situation with my son at school today. I mean, it wasn't a bad situation, but I nipped it in the bud before it was bad. And I spoke to one of the teachers, and they were trying to give me this intellectual soliloquy using almost everything in the dictionary. You know, people use fancy words. Look, I have a very good vocabulary, but I'm not just going to use fancy words to gaslight you into thinking I know what I'm talking about. And that's exactly what was happening. And I was like, whoa. I was like, just let me talk for a minute. Because she wouldn't let me get a word in. And I was like, you seem upset. I was like, so why don't we address that first? Why are you upset with my son, and what is going on? And then we were able to get the ball rolling without all this other, you know, dictionary words that were being thrown at me in a ridiculous manner that made no sense to what we were trying to address. Whatever the case may be, we got to the heart of it, and I was like, okay, so then once he finishes what he needs to do, I can either pick him up so he doesn't have to spend the rest of the day being miserable there, or he can stay and enjoy the rest of the day. I was like, let's get a vibe for how he's feeling, and then that'll be the case. So nip it in the bud. Don't let people gaslight you. Don't let people do this dance around the subject thing. That's what the Mars energy is all about. You're not going to be doing this. You're not going to let people dance around the subject. You're going to get to the root of it. You're going to get to the heart of it. You're going to nip it in the bud before it gets worse, or before they pull the wool over your eyes or think they are, and you're going to let it go, you know? That's what I'm getting with that energy big time. And you know, you're taking the action to do so, without fear, you know, like there's no fear there. And if someone, I don't think anybody's gonna have any backlash, because I think they're gonna understand you are in the right. I don't know, I just got this vibe that you're gonna be getting a lot of shit from a lot of people for the next 2 weeks that are gonna challenge your intelligence. They're gonna challenge your empathy. They're going to challenge your niceness. You know, they're gonna be like, oh, well, they're such a nice person, they're not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna say do A, B, and C, see what I can get away with. And you're like, oh, hell no, this is not the time for that. And Mars energy is gonna come out of my energy and put you in your place. So that's fine. I don't feel like there's anything wrong with it. You know, as long as you're not, you know, causing drama where drama isn't necessary. I kind of feel like that's not the case. I feel like you guys are just standing up for what's right kind of vibe. Because there is a balance, you know, with that Venus now. Because so we have Mars, Venus, and Saturn, right? So now Venus is associated with with the element water. So there is a balance. You have this fire, you have water, and then we have Saturn, which is earth. So having those three, you know, thought process with air missing here. You're not going to dissect everything. There's not strategy. It's not going to be broken down. It's just going to be like, no, this is it. There's emotion behind the reason why I feel justified in saying what I'm saying. There's, you know, with the earth element, it's almost bringing like a balanced energy. And it's like, it's just even. It's like, oh God, this is why I love, like, earth signs are like that. We're just very direct and to the point. And so when we say something, it's very simple. You know, it's like, no, you were lying. And that's, you know, just admit it. And let's get past it. And let's get through it. And let's just deal with the problem at hand. And it's not to say everything's going to be a problem. I just feel like everything for the next 2 weeks is going to be dealt in that way. Where it's very direct. clean, concise, and just done, you know. um I think having the Venus element there, because I mean Venus is all about love and beauty and pleasure, but it's also about relationships and their values, and it's valuing your relationships, protecting those relationships, but also being understanding to the fact that you're not going to be devalued either. So again, this self-love, self-respect is heightened, and I feel like that's going to be another element along with the Mars energy. So now, not only do we have righteous anger, not only do we have this fiery will and strength, we're doing it because we love ourselves, we honor ourselves, and we deserve respect. So you might be having to fight for that right of self-respect, which is ridiculous. I mean, you really shouldn't have to do that. But I feel like a lot of people are going to be challenging you regarding that. And yeah, it's just crazy to me, because I feel like, and it could be like with the Saturn, with Saturn joining in, because Saturn is a planet of karma. It's related to the earth element. It's about discipline. It's about hard work. It's karmic cycles. It's karmic lessons. It's doing the inner work. A lot of you are doing that right now, where you're kind of this inner work of self-reflection and honoring your higher self and saying to yourselves that I respect myself too much to dishonor the values I see. Here we go with Venus, with love and self-love. The values I see within myself, the values I give to the world. I will not tolerate disrespect in return from others who are trying to devalue me in any way. And so that's what's going to be happening, at least during the course of this week. But I do feel like a lot of you are going to be getting into some spiritual practice that honors that. And it's perfect timing, too, with the new moon, right? And then the full moon. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. I just wanted to get my calendar. So, yeah, the new moon is Monday. And that is going to be entering the sign of Gemini. And then the full moon is kind of coming up quick. It's the 11th of June. Which I'm loving, because something always happens on 11s for me. I don't know about you guys, but 11 has always been that number where things happen. Okay, so it's almost like we're preparing ourselves to get into a place where, I mean, I speak about authenticity all the time. So it's almost like that's what you're honoring. You're honoring your authentic path, your authentic self. And I think a lot of people are doing this, that are on the path, that are a light, and they're trying to evolve and do their work and lend that energy to the collective, to heal the planet and to do what it is that we're meant to do, right? So in order to do that, you're not going to be putting up with any shenanigans, from anybody. You're not going to be putting up with someone toying with your emotions. You're not going to be putting up with someone belittling your ideas or your creativity. It's just all these, it's very personal, the energy that I'm feeling. It's almost like, I put up with so much. I feel like a lot of you are feeling this way. I'm tired of being disrespected. I'm tired of not shining bright, because I know I can shine brighter, but I always dim my light because I'm trying to be tiptoe around everybody else or around their feelings, or I'm trying to be the kind of person who's all love and light. Look, be love and light, but it doesn't mean you have to be an asshole that takes bullshit. You could be love and light, you guys, but you could be strong too. Fire is light, and fire can burn sometimes. It doesn't mean you have to be all pious. You're not like a nun or a minister or something. And if you are, I've seen some ministers and people that are in the clergy that kick ass. So it's not about that. It's not about cowering. It's about finding your strength. It's about utilizing your power in a healthy, good way, without harm to anybody, But I mean, words can hurt. It's true. But I just feel like that's what you guys are doing. You're taking your power back. Essentially, that's what it all is. But again, with these elements, water, earth, fire. I mean, outside of the air element not being there, although there are other planets that are going to be in the alignment as well. But really, this is the show. You know, tonight, make sure you go and look, because you'll see they're out there. And it's going to be beautiful, you know. But I just feel like those are the key elements. The trifecta is almost like all of this energy is coming to me in such a way that it's bringing balance, and it's making me see myself and regard myself on a higher level, instead of always keeping myself low. Not that you keep yourselves low, that's not the right term. I kind of feel like you guys aren't utilizing all your power. That's what the energy is telling me. And Spirit's like, they have to stop this. They have to start shining. They're shining, but they could shine 10 times brighter. But I think I don't feel like it's fear that's holding you back anymore. At least if it was, it's not anymore with this energy. It's not going to. So maybe that's what it is. We're breaking past all of these so-called little obstacles that are being put in front of us to test us, you know? These people that are testing us. I'm coming now, if that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. I can pause. Sorry. One of my neighbor's swinging by real quick. She's going away, and she wants me to watch her rig while she's away. Okay, so it's beautiful energy. It really is. But just don't be surprised if people are going to challenge you the next couple of weeks. If you're getting pushed to the point where you do have to kind of defend yourself or say something. I feel like you guys are being forced to say something at this point. And it could be where you're dealing with someone on the daily. Whether it's a coworker, whether it's a boss, whether it's an ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend who's stalking you, whether it's an old lover from the past coming back around, you're just like, what the hell? If it's annoying and you know you don't want this in your life, then you're going to cut the cord, and you're going to make it pretty harsh. You're going to say, what? No, this is done for me. I'm not into this anymore. These are people that are stuck in the cycle, in the karmic cycle. You guys are surpassed it. You've done all the lessons. You've done the vibration. You're elevating higher. There's no way you can be with anybody that's going to lower it. And even if you did, say you had a little fun and you were with someone that was a lower vibration, because as empaths, sometimes we tend to attract those, right? And you feel like you're helping in some way. I'll give them a little energy. Why not, you know? And then you realize, what am I doing? Ugh. I can't be doing this. So there's going to be a lot of realizations about who you're hanging out with, who you're spending time with, who you're giving your energy to. It's all shifting and changing. You're not going to put up with the same stuff, because your higher self is just like, no, we're not going backward, let's keep going. And that's what you're going to be doing. So this is good stuff. All right, let's keep going. Yeah, a lot of you are coming into alignment, and that's what this is. This is a small alignment, what's happening with Saturn, Venus, and Mars. It's an alignment, but still, it's just another sign that you are also coming into alignment with other things, okay? And these other things being the energies I just spoke of. It's beautiful. This is what needs to happen. I do feel like a lot of you, let's talk about work. Well, they want to talk about the spiritual stuff first. Okay, so before I was saying a lot of you are coming into a spiritual practice. So you might be, say you used to meditate all the time, you used to eat healthy, you used to exercise, You had some kind of routine and you benefited greatly from it. But then, of course, you stopped because life happens, right? Life happens and you got to keep going. I feel like a lot of you are going to put that back into place, or you're going to start a new regimen of some kind, or another spiritual practice. I see a lot of you going to spiritual retreats. I see a lot of you reading more books, learning, continuing to research. I see a lot of you wanting to start your own practices in regards to your spiritual path. That's a big one. But that's been happening for a while. Because, you guys are all waking up to, I'm sorry, I got my hair cut. I I love it. And I can't stop touching it. I got it shaved in the back, but you can't, I mean, I can't show you, but it's like a V, and it goes from the ears into a V in the back. And I love it. Just can't stop touching it. It feels good. Um, so, sorry, I digressed a bit. Okay, let's get back. So yeah, I just feel like a lot of you are taking the steps necessary now. You're getting rid of the things that are not serving your purpose or your energy. So these are, like I said, these people that are trying to come back in. They're trying to steer you off your path. They're kind of trying to keep you off track. And you invite sometimes we invite a little bit of a reprieve. Like we see it as, I could take a break, or, oh, I've been focused so much on the business. Let me just have a little fun. And then it's like hard to get back into the swing. So I think right now the best thing to do is just not entertain those who are not, who are a lower vibration, or who are not in the same vibration as you. Even if you do want to help others, and that's all fine and good, can you guys just wait until the end of the month and focus on yourself and what it is that you need to do? Because I promise, if you do that for the next, till the end, was a week and a half, not even, yeah, it's about a week and a half. If you do that, it will be the smartest thing you ever did. Okay? Because it's going to propel the energy forward, and you won't be out. This energy right now needs to be utilized. Okay? It can't be used on frivolity. And look, I know what Memorial Day is coming up. I get it. You want to have some fun with family? Yeah, still do that. But if you feel like you're going to be compromised in some way, then again, like I said, a lot of you are going to confront it, and you're going to say something. So I feel sorry for whoever's going to be giving you shit, because you're not going to be putting up with it this time. You're just not. There's no leeway as far as I'm concerned. The energy is telling me you guys aren't going to put up with it. I don't know what's going to happen, but please let me know if shit goes down, because I really feel like something's going to happen where you guys, your power is just coming through, and you're going to be like, you know what? I'm done with this. We're done here. And you're not even going to, it's not going to be a big drama. Like I said, it's going to be quick. It's like, we're good. Maybe someone's going to call you out of the blue and be like, hey, with the same old excuse. Sorry I ghosted. Sorry I did this. Sorry I did that. Hey, sorry I said this. Sorry I said that. And you're going to be like, it's fine, man. But you know what? Lose my number. It's all good. There's no issues here, but yeah, I don't want to do this anymore. It's really that simple. And you're not going to even be nasty, really. But if they get nasty back, then you probably will. It's so crazy. I can't explain the energy that I'm getting right now. I kind of dig it, but usually with you guys, I get like, oh, it is mainly love and light, and it's all like, oh, I want to grow, and I want to learn, and I'm forgiving. Yeah, well, you did all that, but now it's like they're not getting the hint. Or they keep coming back for more, or they keep testing you, or they keep doing something, and you guys, I think you've reached your limit. You guys are reaching your limit, and you're like, I'm not doing this. Fuck this, fuck that. I'm out. I'm focusing on myself. I'm focusing on my work and my journey. And you're nothing but a toxic deterrent or a blockage, or you're trying to derail me, and I'm not going to have it. So just let me know, you guys. I am curious about that. This has to do with love, too, you guys. If you're single, you're not going to be putting up with any of the... If you're out there dating, which I am not, I don't know how you guys can even do that, because I'm just like, no, I can't. I just think it's the hell out there. I wouldn't even know what to do if I went out there, to be honest with you. I don't think that, I need to meet someone authentically. I can't, do any of those, what are they, the dating apps. And I've said this before, and I'm not judging people that do it. Some people are very lucky with it. I hear good stories from some people, but for me personally, it's a big no. But if you do, it's definitely going to be cutthroat. Like, I just feel like a lot of you are going to be like, nope, next, nope, next. If it's one thing, it's not like you're being a jerk and you're like not giving them a chance. I think, yeah, you'll sit there, have a cup of coffee, you'll listen to what they have to say. But if it's not bouncing, or if it's not resonating, you know, just, it's fine, you know. But don't be a jerk. Don't ghost. Be an adult. And I've had to tell several of my friends that this. I'm like, don't ghost. Just be an adult and say, listen, you seem like a great person. I just don't feel like we're a good match. And, you know, you're going to get a response because some of them will be jerks. And they'll be like, oh, what, you think you're so great? And it's like, no, it's not about that. It's just a personal feeling that I have. And I just, la, la, la. I just think it's going to be very funny the next week and a half with love, with friendships, with family, relationships, work relationships, very up and down energy. You're not tolerating the same stuff, so of course it's gonna ruffle some feathers. And I think that's the same for dating. I just feel like none of you are interested. I mean, because most of you are looking for a partner. It's not about a sugar mama, sugar daddy. At least I hope it's not. I don't think that's what you guys want. I think you're willing to do the work too, but you're looking for someone at your level that's willing to partner up and do the work with you. That's what this is all about. If you watch my last reading, that's what that reading was about. We're not looking for sugar daddies and sugar mamas. Nobody wants to have to do that for somebody. You need to bring it to the table and match and do the work. That's the point. You do it together. So, if you find that you're attracting, um, you know, people that are looking for that. Oh, my neighbor's here, guys. I'll be right back, okay? Hold on. Okay, I'm back, you guys. Sorry about that. So my neighbor's moving, and she wanted me to just check on her rig. She's getting bricks and sticks, I guess. So, she's gonna store her rig here, and she just gave me the key to watch it and make sure it's okay. All right, let's keep going. So, yeah, I was talking about sugar mama, sugar daddies, people looking for, you know, that situation. Whatever the case, it doesn't matter. All I'm saying is that none of you are going to be putting up with the frick frack anymore, or those lower energies, or those people who are. I hate to say it because this is going to sound strange, given what I do, because I do help a lot of people. I do my readings and I help people in that way. But right now I really feel like the focus needs to be on you, and it's okay. You're not being selfish. You can continue doing your work as long as it's in line with your work. But if there's somebody that is kind of trying to derail that work, you're going to have to nip it in the bud and do so in such a way that you know, they're probably not going to like. Where did I put them? All right. Hold on. Ah. So, all right. So let's keep going. So, yeah, so the love life, you know, if you're single right now, you're just waiting for the real thing. You're not going to mess around with anybody that's you know, I feel like a lot of you, if you've been single for a long time, you might want to just take a lover or something for a bit. But even that is something that you're not going to do for long. You're just going to be like, okay, got it out of my system. Now I'm waiting for the real deal, you know. But in the meantime, it's not like I don't want you guys, if you're single and you're really pining for that person, your divine counterpart, right? You can't force it. It's going to happen when it's going to happen. So I don't want you wasting time pining away. I want you to, I hate that my shirt's so wrinkled right now. I want you to make sure that you're focusing on other things, you know, on, you know, doing things for your spirit, doing things for your soul, you know, getting out there and doing things that you enjoy, you know, and not thinking about like, when am I going to meet this person? When am I going to meet this? If you keep doing that, it's almost like building up a block. And I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. So, don't worry about it. Spirit's going to provide when it's time. Okay. Don't make it the be all end all that I have to find my divine counterpart to do my work. I'm certainly not doing that. I'm just doing my work. If they happen to come along, great. But it's not going to stop me from doing what I need to do. And that's why this Mars energy is so great, because it is about action. And it is about, you know, having the courage to take that action and not wait for some other half to complete you. That's not what this is about. That's not what I'm saying. You are complete already on your own. if by any chance a divine counterpart comes in and they're at the same level and they're vibrating and you guys are like bing 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 and you're just like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do this, oh my god, that's great, you know, and you're hitting it off and it's going naturally and it's working, then, and if it evolves into something more, then that's wonderful, you're gonna know. But you can't just be sitting there waiting complacent. And I mean, if you're going out and you're trying, don't go out for the thought of, oh, I'm going to meet them tonight. Or don't go out there thinking like, maybe tonight's the night. Just forget about it. Let it go. And just focus on you, your fun, be in the moment, be present, right? Because I don't think you guys should have to sacrifice your energy or your time pining away for an imaginary Prince Charming or princess up in the tower, whatever the case may be. And I'm not trying to be mean about it. I'm just simply saying that I really think that it's important that you just keep doing you. And when that happens and it comes along, then that's great. That's what should happen naturally, right? Okay. I really just feel like it's all about the work and what you guys are planning on doing. And then it's almost as if while you're in the process of doing the plan on your own and you're vibrating and this energy is being put out into the universe, someone else coming in will match that energy, and that's going to be your divine counterpart. Ooh, watch out. Hold on one second. Okay, sorry. All right, so that, with that being said, with the love stuff, so I hope I kind of answered whatever questions. I mean, I don't know, you know, but I am gonna say this. I did a reading recently for this is the first, and I was telling my friend about it. I very few. I have more female clients than I do male, but I do have a nice handful of male clients, and this one that I read recently, brand new client, was a divine masculine. First one I met, like ever. And he found his divine counterpart. And as I was reading him, I was telling him this, and he's like, yes, we're doing this together, and we have all these plans, and we're starting a business together, and we're working together, but we're in love. And he's like, I never felt this way before, and I know she's my match in every way, and we vibrate at the same level, and it's so nice to be able to have intelligent conversations and make love and have that connection. And it just gave me, it kind of gave me confirmation that, because I've been saying it for years, right? Like, this is what it's all about. The divines coming together, your divine counterparts coming together and doing this work together. So it gave me hope. And I made sure to tell my friend that. I was like, you know, listen, it's happening. This is it. It's beginning to happen. Divines are coming together. The work is starting to unfold and begin. Even though we started it on our own, now we're meeting our divines, and now it's coming together. And that's how it's going to go. So don't lose hope. It's happening. While we speak, it's happening. You just have to have faith and keep, I guess, keep your energy up and your eyes out. You know? So I do feel like I said, a lot of you are coming into alignment in so many other ways. I see if you are a high priestess to your faith like I am, I'm a high priestess to my faith, you could be doing a rededication ceremony or rededicating yourself to your path. You could be starting new practices or inviting more people into your circle where you can teach and they can learn from you. There's a lot of wisdom here. There's a lot of wisdom being passed on. It's like passing on the torch, or we're learning so that we can cultivate the wisdom in order to do so in the future. It's all about building a legacy, but not in the legacy in the sense that you think. It's not about, you know, Vanderbilts. And I'm not saying that we aren't going to make good money and be taken care of, or at least have the lifestyle that we are comfortable in. But it's not about, that's not the main goal. The goal really is to live in your truth, be happy with what you're doing for a living, be prosperous in that sense, and then also be surrounded by your tribe or the people that you resonate with and vibrate with. And that's the key, because it's essentially everybody, you guys want peace, you want to feel connected, you want to feel like your life is of purpose, and you want to help and guide others, and that's what it's all about, right? What can we learn from each other, you know? So I see spiritually a lot of you are going to be working on your inner work even more so. Not like you guys haven't been doing enough already, but you did all that shadow work and you did all those shifts and you went through the hell and you went through the turmoil and you did the healing. So now it's time to embrace the path ahead. And that is a path of, I love, there's a thing from Dances with Wolves when he says he's walking the path of a true human being. So that's the kind of vibe that I'm getting. You're walking that path, or you're going to be walking that path, and that's bliss, you know. I just love this energy. So just trust the process. I know the next week and a half is going to be a little sketch, but June is where I feel everything's popping. All of a sudden it's like all the energetic push-pull, the push-pull is over. Now it's just going to be the divine pull of everything coming towards you now. The universe has heard you. The universe is ready to bless you. You are going to have a lot of synchronistic events, confirmations, maybe angel numbers if that's your thing. I like numerology, so I'm into it. It depends. Whatever resonates for you. I just kind of feel like you're having those confirmations that this is right and that I know I'm on track. And now it's just time to just do the work and go with the flow and then reap the benefits of what the work will manifest. Right? This is awesome. Yeah. I don't, love is shifting too. I have to say this real quick because they want me to. You're not going to be dating your typical type. I just heard that. They're like, just let them know that you're going to be surprised. Like, I'm sure everybody has a type, I suppose. But that's shifting because you've shifted and you've changed. So it's not going to be your usual type. You're going to end up falling in love with somebody who is just different in every way. Perhaps even more so than you, or they're going to see you as different, or it doesn't matter. What I'm saying, it's not the typical person you go for. And that the love is just there. And it's not about a look, or it's a feeling. It's a vibe, you know. That's why I always love that poem from Edgar Allan Poe about Annabelle Lee. Yeah, Annabelle Lee. And he talks about her, you know, like she's not what some would consider the prettiest. You know, she had like really pale skin and bug eyes or something, and like curly, crazy hair. But he loved her. He adored her. You know, that was his love. So I just kind of feel like a lot of you are, perhaps maybe you're thinking you're going to meet this particular look, but then you end up falling in love with someone who is just the complete antithesis of that, and you don't understand why. It is what it is. Just, can you go with that, please? You know, just trust that it's not about the looks anymore for you. It's more about the vibe. It's more about whether you're on the same page, what your dreams are. Is it a shared dream? If it's not, that's fine too, because even if you guys have separate dreams, it doesn't matter, because I feel like they're still in alignment, or they're going to merge in such a way that it works beautifully for both of you. And that's part of the divine connection, you know? And it's not going to feel like work, and there's not going to be ghosting. There's not going to be baby games. It's not going to be childish. There's not going to be any narcissism or toxicity. There's not going to be addictions. There's not going to be any of that drama that you've had with past loves, or, you know, just any of that. No, that's not a part of this. There's no time for that. There's no room for that. And besides, you're both coming together as healed people. So it's just different. It's very mature. It's very adult. It's talking things through. It's working together. It's realizing that you don't give up, that you go forward. It's I don't feel like money will even be an issue, because I feel like you both make your own money. And that it's fine. You know, that's not even an issue. Because out of all the problems a lot of couples fight about are money, or like there's not gonna be cheating and lying. It's because they don't want to. They vibe with you. They want to be with you. This is your divine counterpart. You want to be with them just as much. But there's also that space to be individual and be independent, but also together. So you have that freedom, but you come together because you love each other and you want to be together. That's what it is. It's very nice. It's a good flow. There's no jealousy. This isn't high school baby bullshit. There's no controlling behaviors. There's no jealousy. There's no finger pointing. There's no, everybody's taking responsibility here. It's a lovely, calm energy that I'm getting about these connections coming together. All right, I want to pull some oracle cards, I think. Let's see. Let me see. Hold on, guys. Hang in there for me. No, not those. We're going to do something light. Something light. This one's good. Let's see. Gateway of Light Activation. Oracle card. By Kyle Gray. I haven't used these cards in a while. Let's just see and what they say and what I get from them. I mean, it's all good. I'm not really seeing... I'm just seeing... It's almost like we're weeding out the negative one last time. It's like, when you have your flower bed and you're getting rid of the pests that are in there that are destroying your flowers, right? So you're just plucking them out and getting rid of them. That's what's happening. You're getting rid of the negative people or negative things or negative places, and you're no longer entertaining them anymore. That's why I feel like the end of the month is like the final, and they know it too, which is funny because I'm getting this vibe like the darks or the karmics they know it. They're almost like stopping their bullshit finally because they know they can't do anything else. It's over. It's done. They're done. And they can't stop the work either, no matter how hard they try. And the great thing is that you guys have become so resilient that even if they do try to pick a fight or start something again, it literally is going to be something like, they're showing me an image of someone on the phone and someone's screaming on the other end and you guys are like this and you're just like, click, like it's not, I'm not going to entertain it. And then they call back and you're like, click. Or if they're texting, you just block them. You're like, I'm not entertaining this. There's no need. I don't have to put energy into this. This doesn't even resonate with me. The old way of doing it, maybe 10 years ago, that would have worked. But you guys have shifted and vibrated so high, you're not putting up with it. It's done. And it's wonderful. I'm so happy for you guys. I can't really shuffle like this. But I don't want to do it on the table because... Let me take my flips off. Because then it makes this bang noise on the microphone. That's no good. Nobody likes that. Okay, Spirit. For the collective energy regarding this alignment right now, what do they need to know? What's something that you can tell them regarding this alignment and the energies until the end of May? Oh, they're saying that's good. All right. Well, I got to shuffle like this anyway. That's good when they pop out like that. I like that. Ooh. I'm going to do it like this. Think, think. Shambhala initiations. Retreating to recharge. Trusting in the process. That's exactly what I said. So that's what you guys are doing. You're trusting in the process. You're retreating, not in the sense where... I think what this means, what I'm getting, when I psychically... intuit the cards, is retreating to me is that you're not going to mess around with those energies anymore. You're going to do the inner work, which is retreating inward, and you're going to focus on yourself and what it is that you need to do. That's what this is to me. In other words, you're putting boundaries up, but you're not excluding yourself from social interactions. You're just excluding those that you don't want to interact with. And so socially, you are going to be doing what you're doing. It's just going to be with people that you resonate with on a higher level, right? Okay. Karmic board clearing. Perfect, because of Saturn's energy. Energetic clearing, rewrite your story, live your truth. That's what you guys are doing. See, that's so spot on. I love this. So yeah, that's what I've been saying. And Saturn's energy is about the karmic, right? The karmic cycle. There's no, you're clearing the board. You're starting over. You're rewriting how things are going to be. You are not going to tolerate old karmic energies coming in and saying, "Hey, let's fuck around and find out with them and see what we can do again to get them all riled up." And you're just going to be like, "No, not this time. This doesn't faze me. I'm good to go. Sorry." Yeah. Memories of Atlantis, spiritual acceleration, progress, technology. Yeah, I think that's why I said with the inner work and a lot of you getting back into your spiritual practices, that's what's going to ignite. That's why I said the next week and a half, I really want you to do that because it's going to set things into like propel things forward in a greater motion. So really focus on your spiritual work, meditate, eat light, eat healthy. Don't, do anything naughty if you can. Try not to drink or smoke or do whatever you like to do. Just be clear. Be a clear vessel just for a week and a half, okay? For the new moon, just do it. It's like a purge and a cleanse of the remnants of energy that the karmics are trying to, because we're just getting it, it's gone, but I feel like there's like little remnants that we need to kind of brush off. Like I said, the little bugs in your flower beds, right? So that's what this is. It's going to accelerate the spiritual progression, thereby making your progression forward for what it is that you have to do for the collective and for yourself and for your divine partner in meeting them if you haven't met them yet, or if you are with your divine partner, it's just going to accelerate the progress forward at a greater pace. With the word technology, I'm getting it could go either way. So you could be using a lot of technology to get your business going or pushing things forward. But also I feel like watch out for negativity when dealing with technology. I still get messages from that chick that was living here. Yeah, Pink Panther. Still sending me stuff. I mean, I haven't gotten anything in a while, but I mean, I blocked every avenue. And then it comes under the guise of different profiles, and I just have to block. I don't respond. I've never encountered anything like it, like that kind of behavior. It's more, well, no, that's not true. My sister Suzanne was like that, and my brother. But you just gotta block it because you can't. It's ridiculous. It's like, what are you, 12? Is this high school? Are we in high school again? So you gotta, that's the stuff I'm telling you about. Like, you're gonna be getting stuff like that. Maybe someone's gonna send you messages or text messages or technology, right? So it could be Facebook, it could be Instagram, whatever platform they're using. It could even be email. Maybe they'll get desperate and start sending you emails because they can't reach you any other way. Just keep blocking it. Keep the IP addresses if you have to. Just to have proof of the so-called bullying and abuse that they're trying to do, okay? It's just stupid. Yeah. Oh my God, this is so great. Because what have I been talking about? It's like taking your power back. This is I am presence. So the I am presence. This is this is where you're headed, or this is where you're going. I guarantee you by the end of the month, this is going to be you. Just so bright. No one can touch you. No one. Light body activation, accessing the divine within. So what did I say? We were doing the inner work. In order to do the inner work and have this outer auric field, that's what we need to do. So promise me that you're going to do the work this week and into the end of the month. Let's keep pulling. Yeah. So just real quick, because this is on the bottom of the deck. Arcturian light codes, evolutionary downloads, recalling power, future thinking. What did I say you guys were doing? Recalling your power, right? So and that's what's going to bring the evolution of the higher self in connection with its divine purpose, okay? It's just recalling your power and thinking about your future and what are you meant to do? What is your purpose? How is it with the light codes embedded in cell memory, activating that so that you can remember your divine purpose and what it is you need to do, and trusting that on a subconscious level you know what to do. Your higher self already knows. Talk to your higher self. Ask your higher self, what am I supposed to do next? What should I do that's in alignment with my purpose, that will propel what I need to do going forward? speak to your higher self. You can do this, right? Solar light upgrade, solar plexus chakra, inner fire, willpower. You know, the past readings I've been getting, I've been noticing that the solar plexus and the sacral chakra is being highly activated. Also, I also have higher heart activation right here, right on top. So these are the chakras, chakras. I say chakras, sometimes I say chakras. But these two are the main ones. This, you know, the sacral chakra too, because it's the activation of your creativity and your creative force. But I do feel like hearts are healed, you know? Yeah, the self-love is there. And it's just activating now. We're radiating outward. What did I say about the Mars energy, right? You're going to have the courage to speak up and to not let anyone disrespect you. That's self-love. That's activation of the heart chakra. And it's also radiating that strength of love for the self and for others. But it's a love that is, I don't want to say earned. That's the wrong word. It's a love that's based on respect and soul purpose, right? That's what it should be about. Inner fire, willpower, solar plexus. This is where, when this is activated, this is like, I know what I'm supposed to do. I know exactly what I have to do. Now I just have to take my will and get it going and just make it happen. So that's what you're all going to be doing. Oh my God. I'm telling you guys, I'm on the same thing. I'm doing the same thing. Work has been crazy. It's been wonderful. But I'm also doing 2 other things that I'm trying to get going, you know, and it's just like boom, 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 boom. And then on top of it, I'm trying to, you know, stay centered and grounded, and then also meditate and do my spiritual work and cleanse and purify and all these things. But it's all good. I feel amazing. I haven't felt this good in a while. I mean, since the hurricane, the hurricane was really hard. But it taught me so many valuable lessons, and it really cleared out a lot of karmic crap for me. That was my activation. I'm sure all of you have had some kind of situation happen within the past, probably past 5 years, where it just activated you to the point where you're like, you know what? I'm not doing this shit anymore. I'm changing my life. I'm changing my life in such a way that I am able to fulfill my purpose, but I'm still able to pay my bills, take care of my kids, take care of my loved ones, you know, whatever the case may be. Take care of my pets. Akashic Records. Clearing old stories, releasing past lives, freedom. Now, I have a past life special going on right now, and the reason why I did that was because I was noticing that a lot of people aren't aware of the past lives that are affecting their current life. And so when we clear that out, or when we heal that cell memory, it allows us, it almost gives the higher self permission to go forward. So when they're saying releasing past lives, I'm saying releasing the things that are negatively impacting our current life from the past lives. But take the gifts from those past lives. You know, you could do that as well. It's not all negative. You can say, hey, Spirit, you know, yeah, I want to get rid of this from this trauma from my past life, but I also want to take the skills that I learned in that past life. Maybe in one life you were like an unbelievable cook, say, just as a small example. But you can't cook for beans in this life, right? You say, you know, I want to really, I know I was a chef in a past life, and I want to take some of those culinary skills and do that here. You know, whatever. That's a small example, but it's that kind of a vibe that I'm getting. It's like clearing out the old stuff. So if there's an old narrative that people want to keep pulling you in, you know, I notice that, like, my family. I love my family, but I'm telling you right now, my family is stuck in an old narrative, and I notice whenever I talk to them, or when I used to talk to them, we would always talk about the old stories because there was no new stories. And the old stories weren't the best for me, to be honest with you, as much as I love my family. So no, why would I want to talk about that? Can we talk about something else? So, you know, and you find that you catch yourself talking about it, and you're like, damn it, I don't want to do this again. So it's like a rote routine. If you're repeating old patterns, old stories with old friends, and I know some friends you just, you know, you've been friends with people your whole life, and of course you're not going to get rid of those people, but if you find that it's not shifting or changing, or it's not growing in another direction, maybe it's time to address it and say something. Yeah, that's bullshit. I'm done with that kind of stuff. Sacred inner space. Again with the sacral chakra. Well, we didn't get the sacral chakra before, but we did now. And that's, I was feeling it. It's the heart, it's the solar, and it's the sacral right now that are very the chakras that I want you guys to work with. This is all about tenderness, sensuality, but it's also the creative force. It's about being creative. It's about having passion again, not just sexually, passion for everything, passion for life, passion for friendships, passion for painting, art, creating, writing, poetry, singing, musical instruments, drumming, cooking, anything that you enjoy doing. It's time to bring something back that makes you feel creative and happy, and that it lends empowerment is what I'm getting. That's beautiful. I love this so much. Star being healing codes. Important information. Wounds are healed. Recharging. Yeah, see, that's what you're doing. So like I said, you're on the... it's like what the wounds are healing. But I feel like because the Saturn is coming into alignment, all these things are coming in alignment. Even that karmic stuff is going to try and come back. But you're like, no, I'm healed. Get away. So that's what this is. So here's a... Look, that's such a beautiful card, right? Yeah, and now you're just recharging from all that. You're like, okay, I'm healed, I'm healing, but I know that the karmics can't hurt me anymore. And I know that I won't allow them in my space or in my vibration. I have my boundaries up, and I'm only going to allow those who vibrate at my level or higher. And so because of that, my healing is accelerated because I'm choosing. Now, again, and I gotta tell you that reading with that Divine Masculine that I had was so amazing, you know, because we had talked about, like healing that and how it is like how having those boundaries and saying no to the past and the old schematic or the old ways of thinking, and that now is all about activating the light within even more so because it's just as you vibrate higher and then you meet others of the same vibration, you light up inside. Don't you feel that? Have you ever had a conversation with someone where you're just like psh, 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 and your heart is like and the light radiates, you know, you could feel it, you know, on a soul level. Your higher self knows. So it's a beautiful feeling, and it's a beautiful confirmation that you are on the right track. And you're going to know when you meet people that are on the same vibration because you're going to feel it here. You're going to feel it, right? You're going to feel it in the heart chakra. And then sometimes you're going to meet people that are like draining your energy, but they need that help. Be careful of those people. Yes, help them. Help them. But don't let that turn into something where you're constantly drained by the negativity, the conversations, that kind of thing. Because mainly, everybody has a choice. We talked about that too. We talked about choices. And ultimately, the choice is yours. You have free will. So I can tell you all this, and you could choose not to do any of it, and that's fine. But just understand that every choice propels an action forward. And so every choice leads you somewhere. And you have to ask yourself where you want to go, right? Well, that's what I have for you guys regarding the alignment. I do feel like by the end of the month, you're going to notice once the energy is... Let me see how long... Hold on. Hold on one second, you guys. How long will Mars, Venus, and Saturn be in alignment? Okay. They're saying they're not currently in a strict alignment, but they're around each other's. That's what they're in an arc. Sorry, guys. I just want to look real quick. Mars, Saturn, and what did I say it was? I'm totally losing track. I got rid of this. Mars, Venus, and Saturn. Mars, Venus, and Saturn alignment tonight. Venus, Saturn, and Mars will be visible in the night sky around the same time. Venus will be very bright and low in the east and the hour before sunrise. Mars is visible in the west, first few hours of the night, and Saturn is also visible in the east. So not in an alignment per se, but they're all coming together kind of thing. They won't be in a perfect straight line is what they're saying. But they never really are. At least when I see alignments, it's always like an arc or a spiral, you know. Some people do see them in alignment. It depends on where you live. You know, you guys, I also want to say, watch out for those water signs. No offense, water signs, but I'm just saying, for some reason, I feel they're mentioning that, and it could be. I just saw that Mars is in the constellation of Cancer. Um, I just feel like maybe there's something that has to do with that. So just keep that in mind. Maybe they're just their sensitivities are more heightened, or they're going through more things. So if you have a water sign, be nice to them. just just give them a break. They're probably going through it. All right, that's all I have, you guys. I was gonna do. Maybe I'll do that separate. Like all signs reads. Maybe I'll do that separate because we're already. This is like an hour. Oh my god. All right, guys. I love you. I'm gonna do all signs. Bye.